Podcast. Webisode 754. The Laurantis Podcast. GoNintendo Podcast is a proud partner of the Greenlit Podcast Network at greenlitpodcast.com. I was trying to block the cat before he came in. Mom Brain.
Yes.
Let me do the thing I always forget. I'm going to tweet out the link to the podcast. 2 weeks in a row, baby. Mom Brain, can you tell us about Laurantis, please?
Sure. Happily.
Laurantis.
Yeah, the name.
John Laurantis.
Excuse me. Laurantis. It requires a lot of effort to maintain Laurantis' vivid coloring, but some collections enjoy this work. I'm sorry, some collectors enjoy this
Wow.
work and treat it as their hobby. They're just about 3 feet tall. They weigh 40 pounds. Their category is bloom sickle, like not like popsicle, but like the tool, and leaf guard.
Leaf guard. You know, if I was going to be a lame ass and I wanted to protect myself, I'd be like, not with
Leaf
my
guard.
leaf guard. Like Woodman from Mega
I have
Man
the power
2.
of God and Leaf Guard on my side.
Technically, yeah, Woodman has leaf guard because he's got it's leaf shield or whatever, but it's the same damn thing. It's a circle
No,
of leaves
it's-
that he throws at people.
What's it actually called?
I don't know. Leaf shield, right?
Is it? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of a different weapon.
Mom Brain, look at this. A classic Manch walking on you at the podcast when we did it downstairs. In the Discord chat. Speaking of the Discord chat, hi. Autumnal Blake. Autumnal Blake is back. Hello, Malik. Halo.
Welcome home, Autumnal Blake.
Hello, Giant Reggie. And Nico Darunia. And PC. Yes, that PC. So she'll be here for like 5 minutes and it disappear. Ridley
probably
Saria.
at work.
Alien Boy VA. You know what? On the day of the podcast, you say, listen, bitch, I ain't doing work today. I'm doing pod. Bitch is your boss in this instance.
Oh.
Okay.
Listen, bitch. Hello, Spam. Double D. Nate or Die. Joe. Whoever else I didn't say. Hylene Tom. Whoever else I didn't say hello to. Thanks for joining us. PC says, I'm at work. Also looking at wedding ideas on Pinterest. Nobody wants to hear about this wedding thing. You tweeted about it. You put it on Facebook and Instagram. We get it. You're getting married. Great for you. Congratulations to PC.
Congratulations, PC. You know, just because you're engaged
I'm
doesn't
getting
mean
married to my dog.
doesn't mean you have to get married. Take it from me.
You say it like like I proposed to you and you were like, well, I'm screwed. Wait, I just don't have to do anything and then we don't have to get married.
No. What I'm saying is, weddings are expensive and boring.
They well, I mean, I agree with both of those statements. More so that weddings are expensive. I guess they're only boring. Hi, Mine Without a Cause. If you have boring friends or if you are boring. Family is usually boring, but Mine Without a Cause says, the wedding planning is the first relationship test. Don't F it up.
No pressure.
The first real test. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, I don't want to get into, here we go with this watch again. I don't want to get into generalities, but I know there's a lot of people who have trying times in their relationships when they are planning a wedding. So hopefully, PC, that doesn't happen with you. Nikki Hill is coming. Nikki Hill will be here. And yes, a wedding wouldn't be boring if Nikki Hill was there. It's true. Nikki Hill has put on some amazing performances at weddings before pants fry.
He's put on some amazing pants.
Yes, he has wore... I don't know if we ever talked about that on the podcast. Nikki Hill
You
wore
better hurry up and do it.
a pair of pants to a wedding.
He was not wearing them to the wedding just as a guest. He was in the wedding.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because when you're in the wedding, you're in front of everyone.
Well,
Everyone can see your dick.
he got... Remember, that's the first thing they tell you about wedding parties. Everyone will see your dick. He was having trouble not finding a pair of pants, but deciding which size to get. And, you know, he's not a big guy. It's fine. I found pants that fit. It was fine. But Nikki Hill decided to go towards the tighter version and realized on the day of the wedding
Hurry up.
that it was a terrible decision. So we all annoyed him
Terrible
about his pants.
or amazing?
Oh, I mean, we thought it was great.
He looked great.
He did look great, but I mean, it was fun. It made look at that. It made a lasting memory.
Exactly.
A beautiful memory.
Beautiful wedding memories.
Beautiful dick wedding.
It's like the only thing I remember about that wedding.
That's the only
so there
thing
you
I
go.
remember too. All right.
I remember several other things about that day.
There's a whole.
Yeah, I'll
who's
bet
that?
you do.
Who's that crashing
do.
through the rest of the house? Could it be? Sounds like he's got like 18,000 bags with him.
Bagman?
Is that you, Bagman? We have a whole bunch of things to talk about today.
You probably picked up a few like Hershey pies on the
Hershey
way.
pies,
Maybe
yes.
a cake,
Hold
some
on.
donuts.
Hold the podcast.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they still have one for sale.
I was just kidding. What are
These
those?
are
Oh
amazing.
my god.
Nikki Hill a couple weeks ago brought red hot candy canes, and I loved them. So then I want to say 2 weeks ago he brought 2 more boxes, and
we
now
have
he
4.
walked in with 4.
There were 3 more at the Walgreens, but can I say Walgreens?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we're part of the Greenlit Podcast Network, and we are sponsored by Walgreens. This is
All right. The Walgreens,
one of
the
those is
Walgreens Lit Podcast Network. So let me tell my side of the story.
Walgreens Podcast Network. Were you listening in the car?
Maybe.
Go ahead. It's
I
only
bought
fair.
pants and then was not careful about my weight. And my thighs got pretty big. So they were a little tight.
PC was saying something that would be true for you, Nikki Hill. You bought a whole bunch of like potato chips. We're going to eat them during the podcast.
I've done that.
All right, so there's
Or high chews.
4 things we want to talk about before we
Hey,
get into the news
Before
of the
we
week.
start anything, which way did you drive to get here?
He took the
22
The regular
is
way.
Elbows.
well, he's past
Yeah.
it.
No, I came the usual way.
Yeah, he's past
22
where
no,
it's flooded.
That's exactly where it was flooded.
That light, probably before that light, right?
Wait,
Yeah,
where's the flooding?
Just past the that
King's
crab
Plaza?
place.
Oh.
I mean,
Flooded.
it didn't look like, it didn't look any more flooded than it usually does after it rains.
It was,
PC is
Across the whole
accusing
street.
Kirby of doing the flooding.
and well,
That's
maybe
it.
because
That's
it
how
was-
he got
It was
through.
across the whole road, and there was a rescue team, or not rescue team,
With
but like a
them
road
juicy
crew.
thighs, says Joe.
Yes, my juicy thighs burst, and I flooded the road, and I had to go take
Ew.
another route.
All right, there's things we need to talk about before we get into news. Well, not need to,
Nah.
want to, but one of them I wanted to wait until you got here for sure
thanks so
because you
much.
also know the person. And I don't know if I should say their name. I'm not going to
Podcast is
say.
canceled.
I'm not going to say their name. I'm going to say their new name. Longtime site friend or follower or reader, whatever you want to call it. I found out this organically, and I'm sure you did too.
Yes.
Someone that is a fan of the site is making their pro wrestling debut tonight, as in Saturday tonight, whatever today is, the 25th.
Tonight.
Hot damn tonight.
I was going through my Instagram stories, and I'm friends with them on Instagram.
Were you
and
just scrolling with your thumb when you
Yeah.
were talking about that?
Yeah, it's a trait of the Irish. They're known for talking with their
Thumbs, with their thumbs.
thumb. The Irish are very world renowned for their thumb talking.
Yeah, Italians are more like they use their whole hands. With the Irish, it's just thumbs.
That's right, only thumb stuff.
We
so
were over here,
So
and then
what's
we
it-
were over
did you-
there.
Did you write down her
I went to the
wrestling?
I went down to I saw her Instagram story, and I know that she is a huge fan of wrestling, but I saw this like promo flyer that she had on her story, and I was like, wait a minute, that's her. What's going on? So I messaged her, and she said, yeah, she's making her debut. So her in-ring name is Liana dos Santos, and she's premiering for Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling's Lethal Legacy, which is run by Jay Lethal, which if you're a formerly TMA Wrestling or Impact Wrestling, you know Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal has been in a whole bunch of companies, actually. And she's premiering tonight, so I told her I will make sure we give her a special good luck
So
message.
if you wanted to go see her, you would have to look up what? Like,
Exactly what I said, Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling, and it'll be the Lethal Legacy event that's tonight.
so listen, if you're a GoNintendo person and you're listening to this and you're in Tampa, get out there and support one of our own.
Oh, I don't know if there's any tickets left. Last time I looked was a couple days ago, and there were 11 tickets
January
left, so it
25th.
Might be
So just
today.
Yeah, I just want to make sure people
Yeah,
don't
hot damn
run
today.
out.
I
on
bet.
Tuesday.
I hope she's like super excited, and I hope that
Sorry,
like
what did you just say?
what?
I bet.
Oh, and I hope that she enjoys like every last second of it. You know, like I hope she doesn't like.
I also wanna
I hope
say-
she's not too nervous.
Yeah.
She, if you are a wrestling fan
she
and you're
doesn't
not,
poop her pants in the
if
ring.
you're not in Tampa, obviously, you can watch it on the Fight TV app. She said it's not going to be live, but it should be on there sometime tonight. So that's how I'm going to watch it. That's that. I want to get that out of the way. Where do I want to go to next?
Oh, can I show you something? It might
No.
not be appropriate for the live stream. Okay.
No. Let me just get through this other stuff first. All right, so
It's completely related.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You asked, can I show you something? I said no like
I'll
4
show
times,
you
and then
later.
you're like, oh, let me show you.
I'll show you
No,
later.
now we've talked about
It's
it.
on
Let's
my
do it.
phone.
Let's do it.
Well, I saw something at TJ Maxx the other day, and I decided I needed to buy it.
Okay.
It's for a neck, like for the pressure points on your neck. You're supposed to lay your head on it, and the box also showed the woman laying on it in different parts of her back. But I mean, wouldn't you like to rest your?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? What is this? I'm going to show this on the camera. If you're an audio only listener, you might want to go to the video for this.
Are we?
I can't see.
What the hell?
I mean, they could have made it any other color.
This is
There was another color.
You
but I bought
cannot
that
make
one.
this and not think that it looks like a nutsack. That looks exactly like a nutsack,
And
like a big one.
What better way to
Can
relax?
we hang that from the bottom of my truck?
but is it okay if I taste it?
It looks like a nutsack and a uterus at the same time.
And
It's beautiful.
So like you rest your head right on them nuts.
It's a relaxing scrot, says PC. All right, let me get to the stuff that
Does
I
it
do want
work?
to talk about.
It didn't really work that well, but I also didn't want to fully
So
just
your
dig in.
Head goes here, and your
Dick
Yeah, like
goes
right
there.
at your spine and
Yeah.
like the
Your
base
shaft
of your,
goes there.
the base of your-
wow.
All right, Mom Brain, you have seen this. I'm sure
Okay.
people listening have seen it. I don't think you two saw it. The official Sonic the Hedgehog movie theme has come out. I imagine they're going to play it during the
Song.
credits. You know, the song. Yeah, like
musical theme.
Oh, what's Wiz Khalifa?
it is Wiz Khalifa. So
I
don't
didn't
know.
see it, but I heard about
I don't
it.
know any of their music. I am familiar with some of these people.
It's one.
I'm
isn't it?
familiar with all their names, but I couldn't tell you their songs.
Oh, I thought it was one guy.
It is, well, there's more that did this video. I'm going to tell you
Oh,
right now.
okay.
It's Wiz Khalifa, Ty Dollar Sign, Lil Yachty, and Swecco the Child.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry,
not Lil
how do you
Yachty.
spell Ty dollar sign?
Ty, as in T-Y, space Dolla, D-O-L-L-A, space
Oh,
sign.
so it's not
but
like a dollar sign. It's
sign is the dollar sign. So he's doubling down on the dollar sign.
so it's dollar sign.
So it's Ty Dollar Sign. No, let me try this again. Ty dollar sign
Yeah.
sign. Yeah, Ty
Dollar
dollar
sign,
sign sign. Yes. I don't think that's how he says
Yowzer.
it. And the song is called "Speed Me Up." I watched the song, the music video,
How do you watch a song?
Yeah.
Vivo.
Okay.
It's on Wiz Khalifa's channel. I don't know.
You watch the
Which
video.
Raw
for the
Meat
song.
follows religiously.
Oh,
Is it
I don't
clips
know
of the
any of his
movie?
music, but I follow him. Yeah. What?
Is it clips of the movie?
Well, you know, of course, it has to be.
And are these new clips?
There's some scenes that are new.
I think
But
that's
also on top of
somewhere
that, they
between the
have
original trailer and now we've seen the entire movie.
they have
Yeah.
you know, all the rappers like sitting down in front of a TV playing like a Sonic game, and it has like sprite art and stuff.
Is that what
too.
the movie's gonna be? You think?
Somebody playing the movie. But anyway, I honestly think the song is good.
No.
I think it's Mom Brain. Scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it? I will give it a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 5.5. I might need to listen to it a few more times.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Losing
mean,
points for.
It just doesn't move me.
I've heard some of Lil Yachty's stuff, and it definitely did not do it for me.
I'm sure I've heard Lil Yachty stuff, but I couldn't tell you. Like, I would need to hear it again and be like, oh, I've heard this, but
Is there yachty like boat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
it's the word
Yachty.
yacht with a
Yeah,
Y
yacht
on
with
the
a Y
end.
on the end.
Is there a big yachty?
I like how like all the regular words are confusing you, and I said Swecco the Child, and that has not brought up any conversation.
there's-
I didn't even hear that. I'm still.
and
tuning
also
in.
Wiz Khalifa.
It's
Oh,
weird.
Wiz
There's
Khalifa's been around.
it's weird. There's like so many rappers with the Lil in their title, but there's no bigs. There's no bigs anymore.
Mine Without a Cause says, what a shill. We have to hate it. This is the internet. That's true. The internet has to hate things. I've seen plenty of people who are saying,
Wiz Khalifa's the almond milk person, right?
I don't know almond milk brands, so I can't connect this joke for you. Can you connect it?
It's the woman on the bottle.
Mom Brain, please help us out here.
What is he talking about?
Hit that rim shot.
Terrible joke. Yeah. It's Califia is the beverage, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know. I know exactly
Yeah.
where you're going.
No one cares about me.
By the way, special shout out to Do Michaels. That is Do Michaels' favorite sound clip. He loves it. He just told me he loves that clip.
It's a great clip.
Did you say hi to Josh?
No, I didn't say hi to Josh yet. Hello, Josh Grobot. How are you? I had something to talk to you.
I'm feeling so great.
Wow.
Thanks for asking.
I'm glad to hear that. I had some news to talk to you about, and I thought you weren't going to be happy.
Thanks. Very cool.
Actually, we brought
Good
up
mood
Do
today.
Michaels, so it's the perfect time to talk about it. Do Michaels was sending me a text the other day, and we had a little
You're gonna
conversation.
air out all of his dirty laundry.
Thanks. First, I want to say thanks to Do Michaels for listening, because he's actually like regularly listening, and I guess he likes it. So this is about him. I was texting him, and he said, "Can I say some?" I'm paraphrasing. He said, "Can I say something about Josh?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "I don't like Josh because he's too negative."
Well, whose fault is that?
That's Josh's. Josh is alive. Josh has good days and bad
He's
days.
a robot, so obviously somebody had to program him that way, though.
Maybe it is all of our faults because we don't give him enough love.
Maybe. But I did want to talk to Josh to see how he's doing after this week's news.
Sure, whatever.
Josh,
You talk trouble
Tetris
about him.
announced that they were EA was removing the Tetris game from mobile devices.
What?
Yeah. But now there's a new
Did
one.
you know you can play Tetris for free on Tetris.com?
Yes, that is still around, but you can no longer play. I guess if you had the EA version, you can still download it, but it is no longer available to download for players. It's gone. It's a thing of the past. It's forever gone. So if you had it, if you had it, you're fine. You can re-download it. But if you missed it, too bad.
Dark Metamorphosis!
I was gonna say Joe was asking for Dark Metamorphosis.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
Well, Josh, I'm glad that you're doing okay with it. I thought you'd be a little more upset.
That story was boring and dumb.
Obviously, it's
Josh.
boring. He plays Tetris for free anyway. He doesn't care where
I mean,
EA's taking it or putting it. Or
Shut up. I don't care.
See?
to be completely honest, the version on Tetris.com is good. Like, I have played it before when I'm waiting for things to upload. Just
Also,
sit around
I'd
and play.
appreciate it, Josh, if you didn't cut me off when I'm trying to get your back.
Wow.
Yeah. Two of us
Autumnal
can
Blake
play
says,
Sure, whatever.
mobile Tetris is not good. I don't think Tetris just with a touch screen only is ever going to be the optimal way to play. So I can understand like people not wanting to play it on a mobile device unless, they've never played it anywhere else. But yeah, I want to sit down with some kind of regular controller instead of a virtual joystick. It just doesn't work the same. Mama Without a Cause says, can you use a controller when you are playing Tetris for free on Tetris.com? I don't know. I always use the keyboard, so I don't know if you can use a controller. That's a good question. All right, moving on.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Oh, so anyway, yeah, check out that song. I'm serious.
Oh, Jeff. That's a shame.
The robot's name is Josh.
I know. It would be great if it was
Boom,
Boom
Tetris for Josh. I mean, we could figure it out, I'm sure.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
We go like this.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Josh.
Perfect. It was perfect. Seamless. So yeah,
Mine was more in sync.
I was curious to see what you guys think because I feel like everything I read, people were like, "This song sucks. This is the worst song I've ever heard." But it is the internet, and then I went to like the channel to watch it, and there's like 31,000 likes, and I think there was like 1.5 dislikes or 1.5 thousand dislikes. So likes are definitely over dislikes, and people are not afraid to share their negative opinions and votes when it comes to the Sonic movies. So I feel like this song is okay.
Here's my question.
Meow.
What's your question?
My question
That's
to
a
you
good question.
is, do you like this song more than you like the song from the Spider-Verse?
No chance. No. The whole soundtrack to Into the Spider-Verse is amazing. I love that soundtrack. I will listen to that from beginning to end while I'm working. It's really good. But I do think this song is decent. Like, if it came on, I wouldn't change it. How about that?
Is it on par
if it
with...
came on the old phonograph, I wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't change the album.
Like, I was thinking of like being in a car with the radio. Like,
Yeah, you don't really
people
change
do
a
that
phonograph,
anymore.
though.
You put on a new record. You ask your butler, Jeeves, to put on a new 45. I just feel old-fashioned talking
You're
about
really
the radio.
enjoying that voice. I just saw another video. You did
The countdown? Well, it was old-fashioned, like 1930s stuff.
Now
That's
you're
why you
like
got to
really
do it.
embracing that voice. It's going to be the new RMC voice.
That's what the Greenlit Podcast Network asked me to do. I have to do all shows in old-timey radio voice. All right, we did that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I'm going to skip that. All right, one last thing. Fans of Electric Playground, the TV show Electric Playground, which has Victor Lucas and used to have Tommy Tallarico, and is a Canadian program. If you are a fan of that show, or if you'd like to check that show out, you can go to the Electric Playground YouTube channel. And next weekend, keep an eye out for a special guest appearance from me. Victor Lucas was nice enough to have me on the show to talk about the 3DS, because the 3DS is coming up.
Wow!
On its,
impressed.
9-year anniversary now? And we,
where'd you
you
go
know,
from?
the 3DS is like, has already ridden off into the sunset. It's still selling and people are still buying stuff, but like we're not getting new content. So they wanted to, like, you know, say goodbye to the 3DS. So I got to do a little thing for their show, and you can see it next week. I'm very excited. So thank you to Electric Playground and Victor Lucas for
Where does
having me
this
on the show.
air? Is this a web thing only now, or is it still air? You've probably already talked about this.
I did, but I mean, I could do it again. I don't know if it airs on TV here. It might be one of those things. It used to. It might be one of those things where, like, you know, late at night, 2 a.m. in the morning, or 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. on, like, you know, some random channel. But I don't know what the case is in Canada. It might still be on TV in Canada. I honestly have no idea. But they don't just do games. They do TV shows and movies and stuff like that too. But their focus is games. So next, it should be not tomorrow Sunday, but the next Sunday you'll be able to see this clip. I'll put it on GoNintendo. But I just wanted to say thank you to them because it was awesome. I've been friends with Victor for a long time now. And I'm honored that he asked me to be on. So yeah, you can watch me talk about the 3DS being dead. Let's do. Oh yeah, there's a news button now.
Oh yeah, I was curious what that was.
Let's get into the news, shall we?
Oh yeah, we do that now. You're supposed to hit that every.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Nikki Hill
Sup?
for 10,000 internet points. What game is that song from? Because you asked me last week and I told you.
No, you didn't.
All right. I don't know if you asked me. No, I'm pretty sure you did.
think I
know
did.
specifically I told you the name of the game.
Help me out, folks.
Don't you look in that chat. Don't help him, chat.
Ah. It's Nate or Die? No, that's a person. Darn it! It's probably a fighting game of some sort, or like a beat 'em up.
It's Conquest of the Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on with YouTube lately. That YouTube just craps up the live stream. They're having problems now because because YouTube, like when I finished the show last week, YouTube had the whole thing. So I don't understand what happened.
It's our new Google overlords.
I guess we'll just continue on. There's like nothing.
Do you think Google has
nothing
something
I can
against
do.
a new network? Should we talk about this? Should we bring this up?
You're asking if
Should we call a meeting?
Google. Why would Google have a problem with YouTube? It's one and the same.
The new network. They're upset they were cut out.
How are they cut out?
I've got no idea.
They're not cut out of anything.
Were they offered a Google podcast to be part of the network? Probably not. So let's talk about Google. Let's talk about things Google. So there's a search bar.
Let's talk about
that's
things
new and exciting.
Google. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I see people saying it's dead. They're asking if I know it's dead. I know it's dead. There's nothing I can do right now. Let me see if I click over here. Yeah, see, it says it's going, and it says some people are still watching. So I don't know what to do. Internet is working, correct?
Yeah, so far.
Oh, Double D says this is his second week.
I know. Yeah, it happened last week. I don't
second
understand what happened.
Tuning in, and we're having issues again. I think I've located the problem.
Wow, that's just mean.
I'm just looking at the facts.
All right, let's do some Nintendo news.
If it was just because my second day here, I would say it was me.
How do you know it's his second day, though?
Because that's what they said. This is my second week tuning in, and we're having issues again. I'm
second
sorry,
week
Double
on
D.
the live stream, I guess.
Too many D's.
Did you try turning it off and then turning it back on again? I wish there was a way where we could just like drop a link in the Discord so they could just hear us, but there's not. I don't know
mean,
what to do.
live streaming audio alone has got to be super difficult.
Live streaming in general this last couple weeks has been difficult. All right, let's do some
Let's
news.
move on.
Uh,
Did you do the intro after the Pokemon thing, but
Yeah, I
before
did.
the Pokemon thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. And Kirby had no problem with it.
He's a good quiet type.
He is a good quiet
He's
type.
respectful. He waits his turn.
Nintendo has a patent for some sort of Nintendo style thing. This is so Nintendo. They have a patent for the Joy-Con on the Switch, and this shows a Joy-Con rail. So like a Joy-Con, the thing that the wrist strap is attached to. Except at the top of this rail is a little nub. And you use this little nub to touch the touchscreen on the Switch itself. So it's like a little pointing device that
I would love to know why this is important.
this way, if you're interacting with the screen, you can get some sort of haptic feedback for what you're doing on screen. So you could touch a box like it's showing in the diagram here and maybe feel something jostling around in the box, or you get a certain kind of vibration to let you know you've chosen the correct box.
Okay. Makes sense.
So it does make sense. It would make for unique interactions.
Checks
but as we always say with patents from Nintendo, just because they have a patent, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will become a real thing. So.
Yeah, remember that patent for I think it was a patent for the screen with the hole in it. That, which I guess eventually became the Switch.
Yeah, I was also thinking of it's like a guy riding like a rocking horse or something. It's like
the inflatable
yeah,
horse
something
thing.
you slide like a Wii remote into,
Hey-o.
and it was like a horse.
The Wii horse. Remember that?
I don't know how Nintendo had that idea and never made it. I mean, come on,
There
they
were a
should have
couple
made
things
that.
that you had to sit on, right? There was also that big. I think that happened though. That not through Nintendo, but somebody else had the race, the inflatable race car. That was a real one. So you had this whole race car thing, but the only thing that worked on it was a steering wheel that you put the controller in, and it was just for Mario Kart.
Yes, I do remember that.
Spoiler alert.
You are correct.
Get ready for that, because that's the ride at Universal.
That'd be, you wait 6 hours in line to do that. You sit in a sticky old inflatable bike.
Here's
or
your
car.
controller.
Autumnal Blake says, that looks weird AF. The way you hold a Joy-Con is not the ideal way to hold a writing implement. Well, I see what you're saying as far as how it's oriented. It'd depend on the game. I would imagine it won't be an action-heavy game where you really have to have a grip on all the buttons or be able to use all the buttons. It'd be like 1 or 2 buttons at most. And you also have the shoulder buttons to work with, too, which are 2 up there. Because if you're using the pointer, you could wrap your finger around the top and touch the screen. So.
Or there's a game where there's a Pillsbury Doughboy, and there's other ones that are not real, and you have to find the real one by poking it in the stomach, and when you poke it in the stomach, you feel a giggle.
I don't like this idea.
Are you kidding? Who
That makes
doesn't like the Pillsbury Doughboy?
Well, somebody
I
doesn't like the
find him
Planner's Peanut
unsettling.
because he's dead.
What do you
What?
mean he's dead?
I heard he was murdered.
Thank you, Kirby.
Mr.
Baked?
Peanut?
Yeah, Mr. Peanut is dead.
Oh, Mr. Peanut.
Wasn't he just on a bunch of Christmas commercials?
What did you think
I thought you were talking about Pillsbury Doughboy. That's what we were talking
I
about.
literally said Planner's Peanut. Planner's Peanuts. I love that. Planner's
Yeah, but-
Peanuts.
But I was also
Planner's
listening.
Peanuts is the name of our guinea pig. Come on,
I was also-
Planner's Peanuts.
I was also listening to Mom
Mr.
Brain
Penis
say
from
that she
Planner's
finds
Penis.
the Pillsbury Doughboy unsettling, so I was really concerned about that, and I wasn't listening to your Planner's Penis
His
story.
eyes, they're like they.
Yeah, the key phrase is "I wasn't listening."
Yeah, Mr. Peanut is
Nicky
dead.
Hill.
He just died recently.
Well, how?
I don't anaphylactic shock. I don't know that they said.
So
I think they
allergic.
just said he's dead. Like he's officially dead. This is real. He's dead.
So he's dead.
but
That's all. Goodbye.
he's
The peanut.
yeah, like the legume is dead.
What I think they're
Mr.
doing is
Legume.
they're giving him a redesign. So like
Yeah.
a new one's going to
It's-
come back with like
we're gonna
Oh,
hate
he's
it.
gonna be-
We're
A
gonna hate
skateboard
it.
and a
He's gonna be
backwards hat.
horrible.
It's gonna look like this thing right here.
and he'll be talking in like internet slang and young kids speak. He'll be like, I can't think of anything off the
And
top
they're
of my
gonna
head.
introduce him via TikTok.
And his first name's gonna be D.
He's gonna. The new Mr. Peanut's gonna do TikTok dance.
Yep. Renegade.
Oh,
It's gonna be great.
oh no, you're probably right.
Oh man, that's great. I mean, Mr. Peanut is very classy, and I thought
He's
timeless. But
well, I mean, he's got doesn't he have a monocle and like a top hat? It's kind of old timey looking.
I mean, yeah. And then counterpoint, he is a peanut. So, like, was anybody really like, boy, that Mr. Peanut, he's got to get with the times?
I'm sure somebody somewhere at Planners said that.
Somebody in like some executive at
Exactly.
Planners.
But he was
Absolutely.
always a gentleman too, with the cane and the monocle and the top hat.
Now
You
he's gonna
probably
be
already talked about
a
this.
badass.
So
And the executive has like a
and
tween.
his new catchphrase is going
kid
to
at home.
be,
Yeah, like,
choke on this nut.
Wow.
Listen, this is the new Mr. Peanut. He's got an attitude that
Said his
can't
name
be
is-
beat, just like his taste.
his first name is going to be D, like DEE with a Z middle name.
Yeah.
Raw meat. You
DZ Nut.
you're a Howard Stern fan, right?
I am.
Wasn't there like they had like a jingle for some brand of corn nuts, and the slogan was "Bust a nut."
Yes, I heard that on Stern, and I heard it on Opie and Anthony for a long time.
Like
yeah.
Do Michaels like played it for me one time. It just came to mind just now.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if they're still
Pliables,
around.
Pliables, like the place that has like
Pliables.
Pliables. Their slogan for a long time was "Go Bowls Deep," and it's like legitimately, yeah, their slogan.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, we were just
I'm
watching.
getting real hungry.
What is the Captain Obvious? What does he do? Commercials for Trivago?
No, that would be the Travago guy.
I don't know.
It's it's something like that.
Vacations.com or
Something like
Booking.com or
Hotels.com,
something.
Because they got a new commercial where like there's this lady looking at her phone and she sees her friend is on. She sees like on an Instagram post that her friend is at some pool or something, like living the dream. And she is hanging out with her friend, and they're both like at the park with their kids, and their kids are screaming on the swing or whatever. And
That's FOMO. That's what we call it.
and the one lady is like, I forget exactly what she says, but the whole reason,
Like, how come she's there and we're not?
yeah, and Captain Obvious, yeah, is that Captain Obvious?
You just said that was his
Yeah,
name.
he says condoms is the reason that they're there. He just
What?
says condoms. Yeah, and I was
That
like,
story was boring.
wow,
and
thanks,
dumb.
Josh.
I mean, I thought it was interesting.
So
Well,
yeah, I was
you
just
have to
very
understand,
surprised.
Josh can't go to any pool or beach, so he's very upset.
He'll
Why
rust
not?
up. He'll rust up.
Yeah.
That's old-fashioned robot stuff. Josh can do whatever he wants.
He's
you have
rust proof.
I doubt it. But in the event that he does get a little rusty, I have a gallon of WD-40 in the garage, so
Heyo.
we're good.
I can't believe you would say such mean things about Josh.
It's not a
Me?
mean thing. He's a
I'm not
robot.
saying anything mean.
Did I say
He
you?
can't. How can he get in the water?
Sure,
Huh?
whatever.
What? Who's going to take out his battery? And if you take out his battery to go in the water, what is he going to enjoy?
Josh, can you go swimming?
He's really thinking.
See, he probably got wet. It's
He's
raining.
broken. Sorry.
He just thought about going
I did
swimming.
I hit the button like 8
Use
times.
a gentle touch.
Ugh.
No, not at all.
Oh, well, there you go. He can't swim.
You're dry
I
out.
can't swim. Well,
We'll just have to wait and see.
No, we don't need to wait and see. You're gonna short out.
hi, Veronica.
Shut
I know
up. I don't care.
I know you can't hear me because of the stream issues.
Hey,
but
also, it's the year of the rat.
the year of the rate.
Today's Chinese New
The
Year.
year of the Rathu.
Rathu. This is our son, Rathu. I had forgotten it was Chinese New Year, and I went for a run,
Sorry, keep going.
and the Garmin app that I use to sync my watch gives badges for like whatever random stuff. And so I finished my run and it was like, congratulations, you earned a badge. And I was like, I didn't run that fast or that far. Like, what's the badge for? And it was like, congratulations on getting a Year of the Rat badge. And it was like a little badge with a picture of a rat on it. And I was like, yes! So I took a screenshot of it. So I'll have it forever.
Yeah, I was thinking. I just now thought of. I don't know what we were talking about. Like, I don't know, like a really like skeezy like version, like a rip-off version of Chuck E. Cheese, and like the mascot would be like, you know, Rathu the rat, and he would like bring you your pizza and say, "Have a ratical time."
Now that's gold right there. All right, let's move on.
Someone's stealing that idea right now as we speak.
Sega's opened a Sonic 2020 project website, and they're going to have news about Sonic on the 20th of each month. So
No one cares about me.
we will see what's going on with Sonic through this official website. So every time it is the 20th, get ready for
One piece of news.
Yeah, right. And the news will be like, stay tuned for more news on the 20th of next month. So yeah, we don't know what's going on, but we know that a new Sonic game is in development, and there's celebrations going on. So we'll find out some details.
There should be at least 20 points on the 20th of every month. 20 news articles.
Here you go. This is interesting. Nico Darunia is saying he found a way to watch the show. He says he's on iOS. He clicked the link on Twitter, on the GoNintendo Twitter, which is GoNintendo Tweet, and an in-app page of Safari opened with the podcasts going on. Maybe it's a mobile thing. Oh, interesting. Kendrick Lamario says, wish they'd abandon the 3D Unleashed Colors gameplay they've been peddling for the last 10 years or so and make a hand-drawn 2D game in the style of Rayman Legends or Origins. Not just the art, but the gameplay too. Those fast-paced sections in those games are better Sonic levels than most Sonic games have had in years, barring Sonic Mania. And for the love of God, take the reins away from Sonic Team and give it to a team better suited. Sonic Team are the best when they're experimenting with new ideas and franchises, such as Phantasy Star Online and Billy Hatcher.
I don't know why I never realized that Sonic is a streaker. He's only wearing shoes. He doesn't have pants or a shirt or anything.
You're right.
Shoes and gloves.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
We
have a
going
penis
streaking?
either.
It's a good thing he has thin legs or his thighs would rub together.
Oh yeah, wow.
Not
Right.
that I'd know anything about
I
that.
think Sonic can start fires with his thighs.
No.
Mind the gap.
But I could.
Mind the gap. So yeah, we'll see what's going on with Sonic from that official website, and hopefully the updates each 20th will be worth waiting for, rather than, here's a new wallpaper with Sonic or something like that.
This just in: Sonic likes chili dogs, and he likes to run real fast.
Hi, Roth and Blunners. Can you
That's
tell
like
people?
a bold move. I run naked after I eat chili dogs?
Can
Yeah,
you,
right.
Yeah, it's
can you
true.
tell people? Can you be on Discord duty here?
Maybe
and
it's
tell people we see them coming in and we're saying hello and we miss them. I see Roth and Blunners and there's nothing.
Maybe
you
that's
can
all
do.
out of necessity because of the chili dogs. Like he can't wear clothes because it's too much of a
Yeah,
risk.
he's probably like ruined so many pairs of pants.
Like it's either dribbled down his shirt or shoveled down his pants.
Somebody's like, Sonic, you could wear pants if you just change up your diet from nothing but chili dogs. He's like, nope, not doing it. Going naked, still eating chili dogs.
Yeah, no, this is easier.
I don't.
Yeah, I think we got our podcast image.
Just a picture of Sonic running and crapping himself. It's great. I think that's actually in the movie. I heard that's going to be in the movie. Here's something weird. The UK software sales for this week saw multiple 3DS titles get huge boosts.
That's a shame because you just said that the 3DS is just going away.
Well, it turns out
It's
that
fading away.
Argos, a UK retailer, is selling off their 3DS stock, and they've dropped the prices to really, really, really low on different games. And people were like, hell yeah, I'll pick up those games for ridiculously low prices. So let's see what's in the top 20 for 3DS this past week. WarioWare Gold made it all the way up to number 6. The number 6th best-selling physical game in the UK was a years-old WarioWare game. Yokai Watch made it into there. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that is the 3DS version. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Yeah, other Yokai Watch games. Yokai Watch 2, Bony Spirits, and Fleshy Souls. And there's other ones. Hold on. I got you. No. Metroid Prime Federation Force was number 26. Harvest Moon, The Lost Valley was number 46. Sonic Boom, Shattered Crystal. Shattered.
Wait, what's
You
the full
don't talk
title?
Pokemon?
Sonic Boom, Shattered Crystal.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
That Pokemon Sword is on the Switch. Is that one?
That is correct.
Oh.
It was number 51. So,
That
yeah, a whole
is
bunch of 3DS
correct.
games made it all the way back into the top 10. That is crazy stuff. So there might
Especially
still...
Federation Force.
Yeah, I know. I guess people were like, yeah,
The
I'll
game
buy
that,
it for
like,
$5
everyone hated.
or whatever. I'll buy it for £5. Yes.
5 shillings.
Boom, 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 boom.
5 shillings. That's what they use over in the UK.
Oh, sure.
Shillings, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on.
Shillings and hay pennies.
Nintendo.
Haven't got a hay penny?
All right,
That's you.
I'll make this real quick. Nintendo shared an infographic of things to come for Switch in this year. All stuff we already knew about. They're not going to surprise announce a game, but or at least through an infographic. But here's a refresher on what is going to come this year. Darksiders Genesis, that is the isometric Darksiders game.
Dark Metamorphosis!
It's February 14th. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX is on March 6th. For the amount of times we say DX, we should have a DX quote on the soundboard. Just an "Are you ready? Are you ready?"
It's a good point.
Trials of Mana is on April 24th. The Snack
Trials
World,
Man.
the Dungeon Crawl, the Dungeon Crawl Gold, February 14th. So get that for your sweetie on Valentine's Day. Your boo, as the children say nowadays. What else do they call each other? Your slam
You're
piece?
sweaty.
You're sweaty.
That's
You're sweaty or you're slam piece.
that's a thing, right? Where people like misspell sweetie when they're trying to be sarcastic.
Yes, that's like a grandma.
I thought it was just a thing because it's the internet and people don't spell correctly. So, yeah. I love you, sweaty. Hey.
I swear.
I swear. Animal
wasn't
Crossing New
gonna think of that.
Horizons is on March 20th. We have a date for SpongeBob, but apparently it's not the real date. Sorry, Nintendo. The Outer Worlds is coming early 2020. Minecraft Dungeons is April 2020. Doom Eternal is coming this year. Bravely Default 2 is this year. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is this year. The rest of the Fighter Pass characters for Fighter Pass 2 and Smash Bros. Ultimate are all this year. Panzer Dragoon is this winter. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, HD, whatever. It's summer 2020. No More Heroes 3 is this year. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is this year. Hollow Knight Silk Song. Deadly Premonition 2. Those are all games you can expect in 2020. And many more to come as well.
Yeah, if they can say that and then just not do anything.
Well, I'm going to guess there's more than 20 games coming to the Switch this year.
I don't
saying
know.
How
it's
literally
2020. Why not? Keep it that theme. Sega's posting stuff on the 20th.
20 games in 2020. Yeah.
20 games in 20.
Well, they already broke
for
that
20
rule
years.
because they put out over 30 games on a Switch this past week.
And what were those games?
You're going to find out
Digital.
later, aren't you?
Digital?
Yeah, digital.
Yeah.
Every game that comes out on the Switch is digital.
Yeah,
There's no
and
game
they're
that's
all
physical
remakes.
only.
Well, what if you don't
Ports,
believe in digital?
or Forts. And by forts, I mean farts.
If you don't believe in digital, then
You can go sit on a
you
rock.
can go sit on a rock.
Uh-oh.
King
Hope he's not
Broly
listening.
says, and before you ask, Metroid is not one of them. No, Metroid Prime 4 is not in there.
It could be. It says many more.
This guy, he's a living internet troll. You sound like that
He's-
guy that they just recreated his voice.
Otzi?
No, it wasn't. See, they just found some guy. I don't know if they just found him, but
The
they took the guy's
Neanderthal?
vocal cords. They found some. All right, they found a guy. I don't know when they found him, but they recreated what his voice would sound like.
Well, when you say they found a guy, was it like the remains of a guy? Well, you
At
need to
least his
specify.
vocal cords and throat.
Okay.
And they simulated what his voice would sound like, and you can play the guy's voice. And the sound clip that they have is just like, look it up, look it
No
up.
one cares.
That's what I
about
swear to God, it
me.
sounds like, and that's it. They couldn't make him say like a word or anything. It was just like
What do I even look up for that? Come on.
He sounds like so he sounds
vocal
like Squidward.
cords, voice, recreated. That'll do it. That's good. That was honestly in my mind how I hear it. That was a very good impression.
Oh, I'm Squidward.
That's what they made him say.
Oh, wow,
Man's
I'm
been dead for hundreds
Squidward.
of years, and we have recreated his voice so that you can hear him talking about Squidward. Did you find it?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to play it, though.
Just play it on your phone.
How many windows
Well,
do you
it's
have
an
open?
article. I don't know. I'm looking through this article to see if there's like a sound clip. It's probably at the top. Here it is.
I would look for it, but
Here's an ad. We probably shouldn't play that. We're part of a network.
that's his voice.
It's pretty.
Oh yeah, network. What time are we at here? We should do that now. Do you know what's going on here?
Am I supposed to play an ad?
It's first page. So again, hold on, don't play it. We can't talk during these two because we do them live. So you see that they're down there at the bottom.
Yep.
All right, we got a couple plugs for other shows on the Greenlit Podcast Network. You're going to hear those right now, and then we'll get back into this sound clip. Hopefully, Nikki Hill will find it by then. Please don't play the sound clip during these ads. Go ahead.
I'm playing both.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this quarter on the Greenlit Podcast Network, Chris Sims and Matt Wilson. And in this quarter, VHS oddities, confusing animation, and modern not-so-classics.
Plus snacks, movie fighters.
We watch movies and beat them up.
How does Bloodborne stack up against, say, Oregon Trail? And is Bomberman just Loadrunner from a different point of view? Find out on Hardcore Gaming 101's Top Games, where we objectively, definitively, and scientifically rank the games you nominate for our ever-growing list. HG 101's Top Games, twice a week, every week, right here on Greenlit.
Nikki Hill, do you have the sound clip? You had ample time to find it, right? Does it?
Yeah.
Did you listen to it just now?
Kind of.
It's very quick.
Let's hope this is it. And nothing inappropriate.
That's it. That's it. You can't do anything better than that. Just a
Part of that reminds me of that deer you love. Something about that reminds me of. Yeah.
I do love that. I want to add that clip to the soundboard. Just that guy going.
But you have to understand,
Sir, you've been dead for 400
They say
years.
he
What do you
was-
have to say?
he was a priest or something, so like his voice was very important. So imagine him preaching to a whole crowd of people.
Sir, do you feel like doing your sermon today? All right. We finally have the end to a court case that has been going on for Nintendo since 2013.
Court
and it has
jester case?
ended in Nintendo victory. This was a case.
Are you okay?
Somebody was squeezing his neck stretcher.
This is a case where a company called iLife said Nintendo copied our motion sensing technology. And they said, Nintendo said, no, we didn't. Your patent's way too vague. What the hell are you talking about? And iLife just kept going back and forth with them all this time.
Nintendo said,
That is not correct.
And finally, after 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 7 years, Nintendo has won. And Nintendo
Has
of
won.
America's Deputy General Counsel, Ajay Singh, had this to say. Nintendo has a long history of developing new and unique products, and we are pleased that after many years of litigation, the court agreed with Nintendo. We will continue to vigorously defend our products against companies seeking to profit off of technology they did not invent. So there you go, Nintendo won, and they are not afraid to go years and years and years in legal battles to come out the winner on the other end. Linked Triforce says, wow. 7 years to decide that this lawsuit was complete BS? This is why the court system in this country sucks. Takes forever for anything to happen. At least Nintendo won, though. I wonder if iLife has to pay Nintendo now, at least for all the money that they had to spend in court. Also, iLife sued in 2013, 7 years after the original Wii was released, which is a dead giveaway that it was just a cash grab by the company. It certainly seemed like that at the beginning, and yes, all these years later, it still feels that way. We had a reconfirmation along with a bit more explanation.
I'm sorry. I don't know if they're following along in the chat now, but it seems as though Autumnal Blake is going through
The top
news
stories, yeah.
and
Yeah, I saw him doing
reporting them to everybody in the chat room, and they're all talking amongst themselves. We don't need to be here.
What a supportive group of people. Yeah, I saw that he was doing it.
They're all gatekeepers. They want to report the news the way they want to report the news.
So this is a developer from Doom Eternal, so at ID Software Bethesda. This is Mr. What's his name here? Marty Stratton. He's the executive producer on Doom Eternal. And he's saying again that Doom Eternal on Switch is coming after the other versions. So the other versions are coming out March 20th, and the Switch version is coming out sometime after. He says it's not going to be too long after, but he doesn't have a date, and he explains why. So we knew it was going to be delayed, but now we have a good explanation. Says it's coming out a bit later than the current consoles and PC, and that's really just because we want to finish the game on those platforms and then give Panic Button the time they need to really pull those refinements into the Switch version. It's not going to be a huge delay, but we haven't announced the launch timeframe yet. Panic Button is a fantastic partner and are masters of the Switch. You have to remember that Doom Eternal was supposed to be out 2019 on all platforms and got delayed on everything. So obviously that bumped back the schedule for all versions of the game, and the Switch version, because it's based on the other versions, got bumped back a little bit more. So we're going to have to wait a bit more. MeReal says, well, I'm a Nintendo-only gamer, so despite Doom Eternal being first and best on other platforms, I'll still pick it up for Switch if it's acceptable. I felt 2016 Doom on Switch was quite good. My only real gripe with it was skimping out on the small cartridge size, which is something I'm sure will happen again on this sequel. Yeah, Doom on the Switch really, really, really impressed me. I am blown away with what Panic Button did there, and it's still, I guess, not, or I guess I would say it's not the most impressive port on the Switch. I'd say that now goes to Witcher 3, because just the scope and scale of Witcher 3, that in and of itself is what makes that port so amazing. And it runs really well, and it's just, there's a whole bunch of companies who are really capable of squeezing power out of the Switch that other companies didn't think would be possible. So it's pretty cool to see.
You're talking about Witcher on Netflix, right?
Yeah. Company ported Witcher on Netflix to the Switch. Yep.
Wow, it's impressive what they're doing these days.
I know. That Netflix has taken over. They
an entire season on the Switch.
Netflix,
not
Fearless?
HD. Not HD though.
Oh.
It's like a 56K streaming kind of.
I mean,
stuff.
what do you expect? This
Better than this podcast.
These
right
aren't PS4s, you know. They're Switches we're talking about. Are you crying?
Am I crying? Why?
It looked like you had a little teardrop in there.
Mortal Kombat Collection Online. This is something that was leaked a long time ago, and then apparently canceled. But I guess it wasn't canceled, or it's been uncanceled, because a PEGI rating for Mortal Kombat Collection Online has
Oh gosh,
resurfaced.
shut up, you.
So it looks like the project is still coming.
Get over here!
Here's what it is. Mortal Kombat Collection Online is the original Mortal Kombat trilogy that Mortal Kombat fans always wanted. Upgraded art, gameplay, and online features provided an incredible experience that revives the classics. Classics spelled with a K, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to get some classic Mortal Kombat on the Switch, which I'm all about. Highly Insane.
Fatality.
Great name. Says, if this turns out to be real, I'll buy day one on Switch and PS4. Wow, that
Also,
is a Mortal Kombat fan.
The collection is spelled with a K too,
Yes.
but with a C in the middle of collection, so that kind of throws me off a bit.
And Ed Boon, the co-creator of Mortal Kombat, when he says he's the co-creator and he writes it out, he does KK, co-creator.
He's getting a little close to the pal.
One more, buddy. Here's a really interesting story for you. There's been a rumor for a long time that the Doom Slayer, or Doom Guy, whichever one you refer to him as, was going to be in Smash Brothers. And we got some Mii Fighter costumes that related to Doom, but it never went any further than that. Well, Marty Stratton, once again, talked about this, and he gave some rather straightforward answers. According to him, he says that they asked Nintendo about putting the Doom Slayer in Smash Brothers. He said Nintendo never approached them and said, hey, can Doom Guy be in Smash? But they said they were open to it, as in, why wouldn't they want the Doom Guy in Smash Brothers? It's their brand, or they're one of their franchises, so of course they would. So they approached Nintendo, but nothing ever came of it. He says, we've bantered with them. We have a great relationship with them, blah, 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 blah. And he says, it's one of those things where it's like, wouldn't it be cool, but it's never gone anywhere serious, so we'll see. So he's saying, unless he's totally BSing and it's announced next month, he's saying, yes, we think it would be cool. Yes, we talked to Nintendo about it, but they never did anything.
I mean, if I ever made a game, I think that, like, you know, the first thing I would do would be get the game out. The second thing I would do would be like, hey, Nintendo, you want to put this character in your game? You want this character to be in Smash Brothers?
I don't know how Nintendo goes about their decisions
that's
of
what,
who
I mean,
would
that's
or
kind of
wouldn't
what you
be
just
in a
said.
game.
Like, they didn't reach out to them, but the makers of Doom were like,
Yeah,
Of course we're gonna.
Nintendo.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah, right.
So
why wouldn't any company want their character in Smash Brothers? Yeah, exactly.
So they reached out just as much as I reached out to Nickelodeon trying to get like a Doug Funny T-shirt back in the day, and I never heard back from them. They sent a letter, perhaps an email.
I ordered a shirt from Tom Green years ago, and I never got it. Yeah.
Well, it was back in the day. All you needed to do, they were like, no purchase necessary. Just send a self-addressed envelope.
No package necessary.
Send a self-addressed envelope to
Stickly
Nickelodeon or whatever.
P.O. Box. No, I'm gonna do Scruff McGruff.
And I did, and I was so excited. I even wrote a letter in there.
No. What? No.
I never sent anything. I guess I guess there was some purchase necessary.
Stickly is something. New York City, New York State, 10108. But I don't remember the first part. And Scruff is
Chicago, Illinois.
60612.
We should be careful. We should be careful.
I think there was a 5.
Why?
There.
We don't want Scruff McGruff getting inundated with messages from the internet, people.
Rami, what was...
I have bad news. Hold on. Serious moment. Scruff was put down years ago. I'm sorry.
No. Are you?
And his son turned to drugs.
That's terrible.
That is so sad.
It's just the facts. Yes, Kirby.
Where's Miss McGruff?
She was never around.
What was on the Tom Green shirt you wanted?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember. Probably his face or something. I honestly have no memory.
60652.
There you go. I have no memory of what was on the shirt. I just know I never got it.
Did it say...
My bum is on the chair.
Yeah, that's what something about bums.
It said Japan 4 on it. No, I don't remember what it had. Drew says... I can't do this.
It said, have some making you better feeling.
Drew says, nice save, but that most definitely is a no. He's talking about how, he's a little wishy-washy about the discussion.
That is not correct.
With Nintendo. But we know the end result. It didn't get released. Can I get a drum roll, please? Pokemon Go has brought in roughly $250 million in tourism revenue in 2019 alone.
Tourism?
Tourism, yes.
So
tourism.
In Japan?
No. This is worldwide.
So anybody who plays Pokemon Go is a tourist?
No, they had special events in Chicago, Montreal, Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Or Dortmund. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
Dortmund. Is it Dortmund or Dortmund? There's two different places.
Dortmund.
Okay.
Dortmund. I would say Dortmund. Come along, Dortmund.
Yeah. They're all out of board license.
They made
Dortmund license.
120 million in revenue was picked up for Chicago. 56 million for Dortmund, and 71 million in Montreal. So they do multiple events with Pokemon Go because it does bring in a lot of tourism to areas. And yes, there's more than is listed there, but those were the big three. That's what you hear about. Autumnal Blake says that is incredible.
That is correct.
I don't see anything like this happening again anytime soon. Well, I don't know. Maybe this year will be even bigger for Pokemon Go. Last year, surprisingly, was its biggest year. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield has become Japan's second best-selling physical Switch game of all time. I know when I say that, Nikki Hill gives me crap, but I don't know what else to say, and Nikki Hill wasn't listening, so it doesn't matter.
I'm trying to communicate.
The previous record holder for number 2 was Splatoon 2. Smash Brothers is at number 1. Smash Brothers has sold 3.5 million units in physical units in Japan alone, and now Pokemon Sword and Shield have taken over for Splatoon 2. Pokemon Sword and Shield are at 3.3 million units in Japan alone, so no doubt this sucker is going to beat Smash Brothers in like a month or two because Pokemon Sword and Shield is so much newer and it has all these games are going to have long legs, but there's no way that Pokemon is going to not be able to make up just 200,000 units of sales throughout this year. So get ready for a new number 1. Autumnal Blake says the game's all right, but it's a bit of a shame when you see how much more passion for quality is put into something like Odyssey or Breath of the Wild. Well, I guess Pocket Monsters just resonate with people more than elves or fat Italian men.
Wait,
he said Odyssey.
Are you saying Link is an elf?
Yeah, he's an elf, right?
Okay. Can we confirm this?
Yeah, I mean, who are you to say?
All right, well, what do you call him?
Did you get his 23andMe results?
All right, so call him something then.
He's Link.
He's the hero.
He's the hero.
No. Go ahead, do it.
All right.
You, Link, are the hero.
I was, I was making a point. Like, fat Italian guys aren't as popular as pocket monsters, and whatever you want. Guys who wear green.
What do you mean? What
aren't
about
as popular.
that Danny DeVito? He's pretty popular.
Is Danny DeVito more popular than Pokemon? That's a good question.
Well, probably not, I guess.
And Danny DeVito also didn't know what Pokemon was.
That's true.
Did you know that
his twin
Pokemon
know
is
about it?
short for Pocket Monsters, Nikki Hill? Can I get a drum roll, please?
Another one.
Yeah, sorry. Stardew Valley has now hit 10 million units sold worldwide.
Who's the biggest Stardew Valley fan you know?
Stardew Valley, that's 10 million units combined across all platforms. So yes, obviously the Switch is factored into that. And this week, Stardew Valley was #1 again on the eShop charts, and the biggest Stardew Valley in the world is my mother.
Yeah, she is.
She will.
Is that what you meant, or were you talking about you?
No.
When it comes to Stardew Valley, my mom will speak like my dad speaks about everything. That lady can go on Stardew Valley.
She falls asleep playing it.
I mean, I've done that with a bunch of games.
I've never fallen asleep playing a game.
I did it here a couple times.
All
You
right.
also fell asleep watching The Mandalorian the other week.
I've fallen asleep reading. I've fallen asleep watching TV and movies. I've fallen asleep mid-conversation.
I
But
watched one
never
episode, and the
playing a
second
game.
episode is a challenge to me.
You guys keep talking. I'm talking to the
Not even like a mobile game.
Okay.
Interesting. So she's a huge Stardew Valley fan. She talks about the people in the game. Like, well, I mean, because I played a lot too. So like, we talk about them like we know them.
Has she got married yet?
Oh, twice. Yeah, she started a brand new life. She lived her first life, and she was like, I'm going to start another one.
Are we still talking about?
Raw mom. Yeah.
I didn't know she started like a whole new.
Oh yeah. Whole new life.
What about your dad?
No, she's just moved on.
He's not even in the picture.
No,
anymore?
that's right. Whole new life. Harvey actually is who she's married to. She married Elliot in the first game, and now she's married to Harvey. And in the first game, she had 2 kids. I don't know if she's gonna have kids this time, but in Stardew, they don't grow up. The kids, they stay like young kids forever, and that's
like
real
vampires.
annoying. Yeah. So she's in love with Stardew. She's real good at it.
She was talking about trying. I don't play Stardew, so I'm getting things mixed up. But she was talking about having trouble getting down into the mine. She's trying to get like layer 100 in the mines or something.
Not,
she can't do
but
it.
not the mines in the valley, but the
I
mines
don't
in the
play
desert.
Stardew Valley, you nerd.
Yeah. Well, I'm just letting people know. It's not like she's lame and can't get through the mines.
Yeah,
They're
whatever.
the
It was
easy
some new
mines.
challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
She really loves it, and I'm glad she loves it. She has a lot of fun. Nikki Hill, sorry, you're gonna have to pay attention here. You have to do your European releases. No.
We talked about
yes,
this.
I'm doing European releases
Yes,
this week.
so I can destroy the American.
Well, it doesn't look like North American releases were made a top story. Don, what the hell's going on? I'm gonna have to go in and fix that.
Easy there.
Europe. This week's releases in Europe. It's Raining Fists and Metal.
Yeah.
Sounds dangerous.
Hallelujah.
This is the
it's
name of a
raining
game.
fists and metal.
Refreshing Sideways Puzzle Ghost Hammer.
Yeah.
Caveman Chuck. Ember. The Walking Dead: A New Frontier. The Walking Dead Season 2. Football Tactics and Glory. Remember, that is soccer to us uncivilized people here in the States. Escape from Chernobyl. 1980X. Speedrunners. Omotomo. Omotomo is a relaxing Zen garden puzzler. Dual Brain Volume 2. Reflex. Just Glide. Sinless. Sleep Attack. Sega Ages Shinobi. Sega Ages Fantasy Zone. Jewel Wars. Oh boy. Poopaipo.
Hey!
Poopaipo Space Deluxe. That's what it says. Poopaipo. Me my mo pay poopaipo.
What's the
Pay poopaipo pay. What?
Poop IP.
DD Mega Doo Doo?
Classic Snake Adventures. Mosaic.
I'm a snake.
Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Have you guys played that game? You should play it.
I've never played any of the Oddworld.
Oh,
No, I've been
my
waiting for
good
it.
gravy. Well, it's out now.
With a soundboard?
No, there's no follow me or okay or
There's a
farts.
tasty if you talked about new and tasty.
That's true.
Tasty.
Warhammer 40,000 Space Wolf, Arcade Archives Double X Mission, Orn, the Tiny Forest Spirit, Worlds of Magic, Planar Conquest, bless you.
Gesundheit.
Foxyland 2, Psycho Shooting Stars Alpha, Lumini or Lumini, Crayon Shin-Chan, the storm called Flaming Kasukabe Runner. Yes, a Shin-Chan game has released in North America and Europe.
my
That
You're
is
talking Europe.
crazy.
Keep the news to Europe, please.
Sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. Spoiler alert for the
can't
North
believe
American
you've done
releases.
this.
Well, I got to go in and make it a top story now.
I'm
so you
already
can
here.
read it.
Whoa, I know how to search things on the
Autumnal
internet.
Blake says, nothing for me this week. I'll start properly playing Astral Chain. Nikki Hill, give us the old North American releases.
And you're going to tell me I'm wrong. January 23rd, right?
I don't know. I don't have it. I'm trusting you on this.
Well, what's
that's correct.
January 23rd.
Yeah,
What the heck?
You read names wrong. I
Sheesh.
thought that's what you were getting at.
So North American downloads for the week of January 23rd. Kentucky Route 0 TV edition.
I am so excited for that.
Yeah, it's
because
out. Or no, it's going to be available on the 28th.
that game, that series has been like, I want to say somewhere in between 6 to 8 years in the running.
Wow.
It's been episodic, and this release finally
Is
includes
everything?
the final episode. Yes, that is the whole thing. And I played the first one when it first came out. I've been playing it over the years as they came out, but
What,
they've
on
been so
PC?
long in between releases. Yeah, I played it on PC.
Is that what that picture is on the top there with the horse, the gas station?
It sounds like it, yes.
It
Knowing
almost-
me, I made the post. Or no, Nintendo made the post.
You did.
So he probably put it there. He's got good taste.
Okay.
It's a great
Uh,
series. Very
Mosaic.
very Twin Peaks-esque, actually.
Can I continue now?
Yes.
Mosaic. Did I say that one right? Oddworld. Stranger's Wrath. Stranger's Wrath. I was very excited about that. I saw you posted something that was comparing all the other systems.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh, that's coming out finally.
spoken. Yeah,
It's
is
weird
out.
that that is coming out, but like the other ones have not, right? Or did they?
There's still more coming.
Yeah.
We actually don't know what they are. They just said classic. So it could be Munch's Odyssey. It could be new and tasty. It could be, I guess it's not going to be Exodus. That wouldn't make any sense because they're remaking Exodus right now. So I don't know why on Switch they'd be like, here's the old Exodus. And then like a month later be like, here's the brand new Exodus for everything else.
So here's this thing that now this is confusing me. It says activities. Do I read that? Print your own fashionable box
You
art
do
for
not.
a hyper stylish game. That's a long title for a game. And sport your love for Nintendo Switch games with exclusive clothing. Again, weird title for a game. So eShop sales. Let's get into that, shall we?
Oh boy, here we go.
1980X. You want to tell us about that one? No? Copy that. Actual Sunlight coming on January 28th. I just like that.
I
as a
remember
statement.
reading that title and I was like, what the hell?
Oh, Nikki Hill's going to love talking about this one.
I did think that.
Yeah. Arcade Archives, Bells and Whistles. It's got everything in that one. Arcade Archives, XX Mission Assemblance. And Assemblance may be spelled wrong. Classic Snake Adventures. Code Shifter. Coffee Talk.
Classic Snake Adventures.
Coffee Talk. Starring Michael Myers.
Coffee Talk.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Bring it back. Dual Brain Volume 2, Reflex, Escape from Chernobyl, Foxyland 2, Horse Farm. It came from space and ate our brains.
Dempa Man?
It's raining fists and metal. Hallelujah. It's raining fists and metal.
Amen.
Jewel Wars. Just Glide. Heyo. Lumini. Motorcycle Mechanic Simulator.
What?
Is there a market for that one?
I'm sure there is.
A lot of people are like, man, I love working on motorcycles, but I've already fixed this one. Music Racer.
Music Racer, lose control.
Omo Tomo. Orn.
I love my Missy Elliott.
The Tiny Forest Sprite. I'm curious about that one. Is that like
I
a
love Sprite.
Ori?
I don't
ripoff?
know. I don't know enough about it to tell you.
Yeah, this one's not Ori. It's Orn.
It's Orn. Totally different.
Orn. Pupepo. Space Deluxe. Refreshing Sideways Puzzle Ghost. I didn't misread that one.
I
That's
know.
a bizarre one. Hammer. Sega Ages Fantasy Zone. Sega Ages Shinobi. Sinless. Sleep Attack. Speedrunners. Stories Untold. Strike. 10-pin bowling. Super Tennis. The Walking Dead. A New Frontier.
I gave you North America because I thought it would be quicker,
I
but
know, but
here
I'm just
we
fun
are.
around. Oh, come on. You took a while to get through that. And
Here
I'm
we
also
are.
trying to have a little bit of a conversation here. I find some of these names
Real little bit.
interesting. The Walking Dead Season Duo. Warhammer 40,000 Space Wolf. Where Angels Cry, Tears of the Fallen Collector's Edition. Without Escape, Words of Magic, Planar Conquest. And that's it. Oh, but we have some new things in Nintendo 3DS. Kazarion. Did I spell that one right? Or say it? And Pinball Breaker VI. So that would be 6. Pinball Breaker 6. Combo Breaker 6. I don't need your attitude.
Can we have the comment if there's one, please?
Oh, I got to do that too, huh? There is one actually. You're in luck. I'm glad you asked. Guy Bones says, not a lot new, but it is nice to see some new apparel on Nintendo's site. Though I'm not sure if they count as downloads. That's what I was wondering, Guy Bones.
Well,
That's what I
Nintendo
was
makes
wondering.
press release, not me. So
And also, was a lot of that not new? There was a lot of names there. Were they all
those
old?
are all new this week. I don't, they may have been released on other platforms, but I don't know what he means. Let's let Guy Bones be Guy Bones.
You think that was
Universal
part of the reason behind that name?
has confirmed that
only reason.
Super Nintendo World.
Guy Bones be bygones? Guy Bones? No.
Bygones be bygones.
Yeah, I guess so.
Super Nintendo World in Orlando, Florida, so at Universal Orlando, is going to be part of their Epic Universe, which
Tell
I
me
think you
something I
mentioned,
didn't know.
Nikki Hill.
Yeah.
So
You know what
they're
else
doing
is
like
in
a
that
big
universe?
expansion called Epic Universe, and Super Nintendo World will be a part of that. Now, here's the bad thing. In Japan, Super Nintendo World opens this summer. In the States,
2025?
2023.
23.
Oh man. Well, the
Wait,
good
is that
news
LA or that's that's
Well,
Florida?
seeing as I said Orlando.
I mean, the good news is it gives you 3 years to plan an epic vacation.
I thought one of
Yeah,
them was
exactly.
2025.
You
too.
could
If it
probably-
opens in time.
You could probably find something to do before then.
Yeah.
And
But they already
some,
said right there, yeah.
some rep says, I think the next big thing on the horizon is Nintendo. Nintendo, based on our research, is one of the biggest potential drivers of attendance that you could have of any kind of IP. It's up there with Harry Potter. Hell yeah, it's up there with Harry Potter.
And also part of this project or this new park rumor, I guess, allegedly, looking off of the image that I saw a while ago, is there's a new Fantastic Beasts section in this park too. So it's a third zone for Harry Potter as well.
I think we've had enough Harry Potter.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
seen anything.
I don't care.
I've never seen anything of the Fantastic Beasts movies.
I've
or
seen
whatever.
everything. I haven't seen anything Harry Potter. I saw.
Why would you say that? Why would you say you've seen everything and then you haven't seen anything? You're really throwing people off here, and you're also wasting my time.
What did you say?
You're throwing people off?
Oh, he fell for it. I was being you, not paying attention. Hawk says, theoretically, the Orlando Super Nintendo World could be even better than the
And
one
you
in
fell
Japan.
for it. You fell for my trap.
Thanks to there being more space.
Can
I
I-
hope we see a few more Nintendo's franchises in Florida.
When I show up, can I make a request, like at a Thai restaurant, of the level of spice that I receive?
Here's this guy, and this guy was like, life is tough, and I need some extra scratch. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell packs of fake amiibo cards. And he started doing it, and he started making money. It's like, boy, this is the life. And Nintendo was like, hey, stop doing that. And the guy was like, I'm not gonna. And then Nintendo was like, hey, stop doing that. And the guy was like, you know what? I'm not gonna. And then Nintendo was like, hey, stop doing that. And the guy was like, you know what? I'm not gonna. And Nintendo was like, hey, stop doing that. And the guy was like, you know what? I'm not gonna. And then Nintendo's like, okay, you're going to jail. He did it. They warned him 4 times. They warned the man
story was boring and dumb.
4 times. And each time he decided to ignore the warning. So after the 4th time, Nintendo was like, go get him, police. Let's just say book him, Dano, but that's like, nobody knows that anymore.
Yeah.
The guy made $821. So he didn't make a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
But now,
really
and how
doesn't
much
sound
is
like
he
this is worth
losing
it.
now that he's in
now
jail?
he's been picked up. Well, I don't know if he's in jail, but he's been picked up by police for violating the Unfair Competition Prevention Act. And when the police asked the man why he continued to do this, he gave a sad answer. He said, life is hard, so I purchased the counterfeit amiibo cards and resold them for a small profit. That was his whole response.
That's sad.
Life is hard.
It is.
Life's
It is
a
very
bitch,
sad
and then you
that
die. That's why we get high.
he put everything on the line for $800
They said that as they were. He said that as they were taking him away in the car. They picked it up. They also said this is democracy manifest.
Get your hands
Get
off.
your hands off my penis.
You know,
And they said, why did you do that? And he said,
I see you know your judo well.
wow, he said loathing.
Autumnal Blake says, surely you'd think it might be a good idea to move on to counterfeit something else. I guess if you're going to stay in the counterfeit business, yes, after Nintendo's multiple warnings, you might want to move to something else.
I'd feel worse for him if it was like after his first warning. You know, like I feel bad for him, but like, I mean, 4 times, it's like, well, buddy, you couldn't help yourself.
So wait, is it possible to say, can I just say this?
Yeah.
Nintendo threw a fit and this guy threw a counterfeit?
Oh, God. Yeah, you can say it.
Wow.
This is very cool.
I'm done,
news.
everybody. Give me mine.
Try the fish.
How do you think you say? All right, you know Irish stuff. How do you think you say this name?
Shillelagh.
Oh, no.
Eimear. It's a female.
That's
Sound it out.
I really don't know.
I'm
This
here.
stuff.
Probably Jessica.
We'll go with
I don't know like Gaelic
Let's just say it's
type
Jessica.
names.
No, I want to like be nice. All right, so
Eimir.
Eimir Noon.
Noon.
We'll say Eimir Noon. She was a conductor on the Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses tour. She did conducting at a number of the stops. And now, something very special is happening. She is going to be the very first woman in the entire history of the Oscars to be a conductor for the Oscars. It's been nothing but men every single year since the Oscars started. And now this Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses
girl.
conductor is becoming the first woman to do it. Koopa DK fan says, that's awesome. Quick question, though. Was she hired for being good or for being a woman? I guess we'll never know, huh? Well, I shouldn't have read that.
Oscar's so male. Where's that
I would
hashtag?
imagine she was hired because she's good. You know, that's just a wild guess there. She has conducted for multiple stage shows and also conducted for multiple other video games as well. I found out she's worked on big video game franchises, so she certainly knows what she's doing.
Good job, Emar.
So congrats to Emar.
Eimir.
Eimir.
Olimar.
That's this, and I always watch the Oscars because I love to make fun of award shows, so I'm excited to see her there. We're gonna skip that one and we're gonna go on to the last one. Reggie, remember Reggie? He used to be a guy at Nintendo, and now he's not. Now he just does speeches and teaches classes like a big lame. He won some awards.
The game is not fun.
He won some awards recently, and he did an interview on a podcast about that kind of stuff. But he also talked about what it's like being a meme. Reggie is a living meme. Reggie has been part of
body is ready.
so many memes.
Me, I'm a meme guy.
Reggie says, becoming a meme means that whether I'm here on campus or at my local grocery store, I get recognized and people smile and tell me how much they love Nintendo and are appreciative of what I have been able to do. Becoming a meme was never planned. Not with that opening line in 2004, which that line was, Mom Brain?
My body is ready.
I'm so sorry, that is incorrect.
My name is Reggie.
Yes, my anus wedgie, that is correct. Not with those faithful words as I first stepped on the Wii balance board, which would be, Mom Brain?
My body is ready.
My body is ready. Not with videos that have lasers.
My body is ready.
Not with videos that have lasers coming out of my eyes.
Where did that
Which
come
was
from?
the name of what character? That is Reggie Fils-Aimé. That is
Oh,
that is
that's
the
right.
actual answer.
I never heard of that, but I do remember the first GIF where lasers came out of his eyes.
If you go to any place on the web
it was a favorite of his.
where you can download memes and attach them to text messages and Instagram posts. I don't know the last time I looked. I think there were about close to 100 different memes of me doing different things. They're never planned. They happen because, in my view, first, Nintendo is in the entertainment space. We make people smile, and we're fortunate to have exposure on a global basis to literally hundreds of millions of consumers. My personality is big, and I like to have fun. I've done a lot of fun things on behalf of Nintendo, and we have passionate fans that react to these memes and proliferate them throughout the internet. You can never anticipate what will become a meme. Meme Man also goes on to talk about how Body is Ready's statement came to be. Basically, they were practicing the Wii balance board thing over and over and over to get ready for that presentation at E3. And every time Reggie was getting ready to get on the board, Miyamoto would ask him a question and he would give a different answer. And he said one time, he said, "My body is ready." And Miyamoto laughed. And he said that was the only one Miyamoto laughed at. So I was like, that's the one that I'm going with. And then it lived on in meme history. Giant Reggie says, "I'm so happy to have become a giant in gaming. Thanks for the love, Nintendo fans." And Josh Grobot. Wow, Josh.
Wow.
You got a shout out, dude. What do you think?
Sure, whatever.
Josh,
That's
man.
not how you get another one, Josh.
Thanks. Very cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Way to go, Josh.
Nice.
You know, I like to believe that Josh is like, kind of a malfunctioning robot, and he'll like say things that are completely contradictory
I like
to
to
how he
believe
actually feels.
he's learning. Like he's learning how to interact with people.
Aren't we all?
Just as our very own
We'll
Nikki.
just have to wait and see.
Oh, Josh.
Good for you, Josh. All right, that's all your top stories. That's enough of that.
Thank God.
Thank God.
In
Oh,
all
there were lots of
seriousness,
great
Like
stories
ready
in
to
there.
fall
seriousness, do you
asleep. That
think Reggie
story
was
was
like-
boring and stupid,
no!
or whatever it was.
He's making everybody like him.
do you think Reggie was? Whoa.
Oh.
We can
Yeah.
talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
We can talk about that Wendy Williams fart thing if you want.
What?
No.
Fartgate.
Fartgate.
Can we-
Yes, that's exactly
Can
right.
we talk about how Reggie was like, I don't know, there's maybe somewhere maybe around like 100 memes. Like, he's gone through and counted them.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
like, oh, this one. Oh, yeah, that one.
He forwards them to his mom.
And he also says, like, now people recognize me at the grocery store, and when I'm checking out, I look behind me, and they're all going, tapping my
Nikki
wrist.
Hill
like
is doing the Yokai Watch wrist tap, which is one of my favorites. I do really like that one.
Can we get that in the Discord?
Well, I mean, I would have to look it up, or I'd have to tell them to look it up.
I meant like the footage of Nikki Hill doing it.
No, we can't because
Well,
they have
we
they
yes,
will
we
watch.
can later if somebody actually goes in, watches the archived version, and then brings it in there because they can't see it. All right, Kirby, what have you been playing?
Mostly Hold Down this past week.
There was a lot of hold down going on this week.
Yeah, so
Hey-o.
so Saturday nights we were all here. You, Ramit, and Nikki Hill, you were both.
Don't you dare tell my story.
You, Nikki Hill, and you, Ramit, were both playing Hold Down on the TV, the co-op version.
It's true.
And while you were doing that, I was playing my Switch. I brought my Switch over, and
You started playing on the TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. I started playing on the TV, and then after you guys took over, I took my Switch, which I brought over. I downloaded Hold Down, and then I was playing it while you two were playing it.
Yes, three of us were playing hold down at the same time.
We had a
because
good old-fashioned hold down, hoedown.
Oh, it's so good.
It is, and and I was like, playing it so much that by the following day, I had like completely played through the whole game.
So did you beat hold down?
Essentially, I mean, yeah, like as you
Minus the endless mode. Yeah.
Yeah, as you guys found
Wow,
out,
really?
once you get to the core of the sun, the next level is a black hole, which is basically an endless mode.
Oh my god.
What?
Black hole sun.
Oh my
Won't you
god.
come and eat up all my balls? I don't know.
Whoa, what?
You throw balls and hold down.
Wow. Now I know why the live stream is
Ugh.
done.
Wow.
You know, do you think maybe this is what killed the live stream?
That's Barney's nutsack, yeah.
That's an incredible accomplishment to complete by yourself because hold down
Thank you.
is not for the faint of heart.
Well, I mean,
Faint of heart.
yeah, like I've said previously, it's incredibly addictive. Yeah, and I just could not put it down until I got as far as I possibly could.
Did you level up to like 20 some balls?
Yeah, oh yeah, I got like all the upgrades possible.
All the balls.
I got all the balls.
Is that all you play?
Is it? Oh no, we also played Wheel of Fortune together, right?
Was
we
that last
did play
week?
Wheel.
It
Yeah,
was.
same night.
It was the exact same night. And yeah, I'm not good at Wheel of Fortune at all, but I did better than I was expecting. As in, I got a score higher than 0. And luckily for me, at one point you missed a puzzle because you misspelled one letter, and I didn't try to help you.
I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't like a letter that I like just completely messed up a letter, and I didn't even realize it. But it's okay. It's okay. So that's all you played.
I might have played a little bit more Odyssey. I'm I don't know 750 or 60 moons in.
Did you
Are
get
you
sweaty?
Maybe a little. I don't know.
Hey,
I sweaty.
sweaty. Is that it?
Yes, that is it.
Nikki Hill,
So,
what do you play?
what do I play? I played Wheel of Fortune and Hold Down.
Is there anything you'd like to add to the conversation about that?
Nothing that I want to talk publicly. I don't want to hurt your
Okay.
feelings.
Wow.
Oh, can I just say,
What did I miss?
I would like it if there were some if they released new levels for Hold Down or something.
And I was thinking about that because it would be really easy to expand Hold Down just by adding in new planets. And I was also thinking of things like I would add into the game to spice it up. I was thinking about side caverns that you find, and maybe you'd go into them and it'd be one room, and if you have a certain amount of shots to clear it out, and if you do, you get some kind of bonus item. Or they could add in, power-ups, like something that does double the damage for each shot for 5 volleys or something like that.
I'd also like it if, I don't want to, sound like I'm crapping on the game because it's great, but I wish it was maybe a little more visually interesting, because it's just a lot of black and gray and very basic shapes.
They could certainly make it flashier, yes.
I know it was. Sorry.
Making it flashier, but not so flashy that you get lost in the action.
Oh yeah, not that it's it's not so much that it would be confusing.
Yeah.
Do you want to change the shapes from squares to something else?
It's not nice looking. It's just very one note.
Because if you start doing that, you're changing the bouncing and the projection of the balls.
Well, he didn't say that.
No,
yeah, I don't want to change that part.
Okay.
Mom Brain, what do you play?
What do I played? I played Wheel of Fortune with you guys.
How'd it go?
A few rounds. It was good. I had a really nice time. I didn't win.
None of us won.
That's right. Raw meat was
Nobody
the only
won
one.
except raw meat.
Broiled beef, though, really tripped raw meat up that one time. That was pretty funny. And I think that's the only...
Oh, and Garden Party.
Garden Party, yeah.
Not a thing.
Oh, and
it's definitely a thing.
And pizza oven.
Pizza oven.
Listen, yes, I made it to the bonus round 4 times. I didn't get the bonus round answer,
but
at
we all
all
did. That was the only.
Well, you know
thing
what?
that
You
keeps...
got to get to the bonus round if you want to play the bonus round. Okay.
You can't get to the bonus round when people play dirty.
Wow.
How am I playing dirty?
Oh, you don't know.
Mom Brain, do you think I played dirty?
Every time you spin, you're like, "Oh, don't get bankrupt." And then when any of us spin, you go, "Lose a turn, get that bankrupt." Yeah.
That's not playing dirty.
That is putting negativity out into the world.
And we don't need that.
And we don't need that.
I'm sorry, but I'm rooting for myself to
Rude
win.
is the key word there.
RUDEING. Rooting.
You are rooting towards all of us.
I I don't feel I have anything to say here. I wanted to win. Yeah,
Great.
great, then
Let's get to the music.
Yeah, that's the same attitude that helped you to win in Crystal Chronicles, isn't it?
Wow.
I will say.
Wow, we are really getting somewhere here. I think this is.
Are you? I will say.
I'm glad. As long as you won, right? What else matters? Right?
There was the one time where Mom Brain.
Like, who cares? Who cares about the people that helped you to get there? Like, your goal was achieved.
I will say, I honestly had a wonderful time playing with you.
Crystal
guys.
Chronicles by myself without you a-holes.
No, it's
Wheel
true.
of Fortune.
It is.
I really did have fun.
I probably would have had a much better time if I won one of the games.
I didn't win any of the bonus rounds.
You won every single game.
I won like 4 trips
Do you
to
ever
Hawaii,
watch
though.
Wheel of Fortune
And you're buying us all dinner.
And the person who gets to the very last bonus round, because it's a bonus, they've already won the game. Do you look at them and go, "What a loser"? No, you go, "Man, they won."
No, I do say they're losers.
They missed the bonus, but they won.
No, I don't say
And
that.
it also the main sting for me is when you sit there and like Mom Brain answers a puzzle correctly, and you're like, "Oh, she's gonna take it all," and then you sweep.
It's not like I know what's going to happen. I get nervous that she might win. Yeah,
what's going to happen? Because
all right,
when it all comes
let's
down to
let's play this out real life. I'm there. You guys aren't playing. I win. I go to the bonus round. Pat's like, "Who do you have in the audience with you? Will you guys be there for me?"
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but the thing
okay.
is we're not in the audience. We're competing with you. And yeah, I'm going to laugh when you don't get pizza oven because you love pizza.
We're all going to be in the audience.
I
And we're
don't
gonna
make pizza.
No, but every single time it was food and drink, and you're like, "Ooh, that's something I like." Guess what? Pizza is your number one
I did say that.
favorite thing. Bread box would have been another thing that I would have laughed at.
I don't know why I had such a mental block in the bonus round. but I
Pizza
couldn't-
oven.
I
What's
couldn't
that? Is
get
that
it.
like a big microwave?
Although garden party, forget it.
We're
Like,
going to
that's-
be
I said
your
that's not a
audience
thing.
people, and when Pat's like, "Quiet, everybody." Now remember, everybody quiet. We're going to be like,
We're all gonna be like,
Yeah, they're gonna think we're cheating. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Mom Brain.
besides,
Right in the audience.
besides Wheel of Fortune.
Ramit, how many other games did you win this week?
So I played Hold Down, and Nikki Hill and I beat Hold Down together.
Yeah, let's be honest. Who beat it, though?
We did. And I played Wheel of Fortune, and I played other stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about. I specifically asked if I could, and they said no,
I'm
so
not allowed
I
to
can't
talk about
to
it
you
because
about
I'm the big winner, and everybody will be jealous.
I can't talk about it yet. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I can talk about it next week, I think. So I'll talk about it next week. Then.
Okay.
All right. Let's do questions. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Wait, where?
GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general. Or they can be about whatever the hell you want. Autumnal Blake says, "Who are your favorite video game composers?" I don't think I can choose between Koji Kondo or Shimomura. Kondo did an incredible job with the pure fun of the 3D World soundtrack, but Final Fantasy 15 has some incredible battle themes.
Tommy Tallarico. We were
That's a
just
good
talking about
question.
him this morning.
I don't know that I'd say he's one of my favorites. He's had some great soundtracks, but
Oh yeah, like Terminator on Sega Genesis.
Oh, that is great. I take it back. That's a great
Yeah.
song. Cool Spot. Earthworm Jim. I love the soundtrack on Earthworm Jim. But when I think of my favorite composers, I instantly think of I think of Koji Kondo. That's true. But Yuzo Koshiro.
Yes.
Streets of Rage and a million other things.
And ActRaiser.
Yuzo Koshiro is fantastic. Still making music now. I also think of what's her name? The girl who did the Celeste soundtrack. Oh boy, Lena Raine. I want to say is her name, Lena Raine. Who else?
Roman Reigns.
Any oh boy, Way Forward game has amazing music. So they work with multiple composers, but they always seem to like put a good amount of importance on the soundtracks in their games. So
I don't know. There's probably like
Grant Kirkhope.
Oh yeah. David Wise.
Yeah, Grant Kirkhope and David Wise. Those guys are great.
I'm a big fan of the soundtrack by Power Glove for Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Oh, that is a great soundtrack, yeah. Who else? I feel like I'm forgetting so many.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Really, right away, Yuzo Koshiro comes to mind instantly.
Who is the female accompanist or whatever on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I don't know. Richard Ranch is at the piano. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, he's a guy.
On the older versions, right? But the woman is on the new versions.
There's a guy. Oh, on, yeah. You're right.
Richard
yes.
Ranch?
On the old one.
Richard Branch at the piano.
Richard
Branch at the piano.
I don't know. All right. And we also have our Patreon question. You can check out the Patreon at patreon.com/GoNintendo. It's just $1.
Oh, wait. What was the Pokemon?
Nope. Gecko Kitsune's question on the Patreon is, which came first, the Yoshi or the egg?
That's a good question.
Well, I guess the egg, because when you... I hate this guy.
Yeah, we know.
Come on. The cat. I hate the cat.
Well, I don't know. Like,
when you play Super Mario World and you first see Yoshi, you hit the block and it's just the Yoshi.
So the block came first.
No, he hatches out of an egg.
Out of the block, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, an egg pops up and then it hatches.
Well, what's weird is, for anyone who's played, played a game with Yoshi in it, he eats something and lays an egg.
That's not weird. Chickens do it all the time.
But they don't give birth to the thing that they just ate.
Not all.
It's
not
very
all.
true.
I mean, right? Not all eggs are fertilized. That's why we have eggs that we eat, and not eggs that we eat that are chickens inside of them.
Sometimes Yoshi gives birth to a one-up.
Did I say fertilized? Yeah.
That's also true.
That's also true. I don't know what's going on.
What do
with
you
Yoshi.
think?
So our answer is egg, though. We're going with egg.
It's got a very weird. What's the word?
Would you eat a Yoshi egg?
No.
Would you crack it open and eat a Yoshi egg?
No, I would not.
Yeah. Well, what do you think that would taste like?
I want to try the red one.
Why they're all
It's
different
gonna be
flavors?
spicy.
One's like
Because
spearmint.
it's red?
one's-
Yeah, red Yoshi shoots fire, so I was thinking he's spicy.
What about cinnamon?
Cinnamon is still spicy.
Yeah, but not like
Laura
kimchi
Hall.
spicy.
Laura Hall, okay, yeah. I'd eat her eggs, yeah. What?
Ew.
Yellow one would be lemon. Green
Blue.
one would be
Lime?
Blue would be buckenberry.
lime. Sure. Blue's berries, yeah. Full berries. What would the black one be? What the hell's a black food?
Ew.
Licorice.
Oreos.
Oh, I was
Licorice.
gonna,
licorice.
I was going to say
forget that.
licorice. Yeah.
No.
Hey, some people like.
And the white one is milk. A milk egg.
Milk
You actually
flavored egg.
crack the egg and there's milk inside of it.
That's gross. Thanks for the question, Gecko Kitsune. I hope you enjoyed our conversation.
Wait, is it white spots
That's a
on,
good
on
question.
an egg?
What?
It's white spots on a.
I don't
white egg?
remember. I don't know.
You're just making-
I don't know that we've ever seen a white Yoshi come out of an egg.
Yeah, you're making this up now.
Like an
There's
albino?
a white Yoshi.
Oh, but not a white egg. That's what I'm asking. The white.
And what did I just say to you? I
said
don't
this-
know
you
that
don't
we've
know.
ever seen a white Yoshi come out of an egg. God. Mom brain.
Yes.
Oh, you need your dingler. Mom brain, let's do some music.
Here's
I'm in the
your,
mood for music
Here's your
trivia.
dingly do.
Green, blue, magenta, and yellow colored Yoshi eggs appear, which hatch adult green Yoshis, bubble baby Yoshis, balloon baby Yoshis, and
Baby bottle.
blowing baby Yoshis. respectively. Nothing about flavor here. Is that what I sound like?
There's nothing about flavor. I can't find it. Nintendo has not talked about it.
Here comes one. Get ready. It's coming at you from Wired.
Cleopatra, coming at you. This is. I know this.
You sure do.
Oh, it's River City Girls.
Sure is.
Can we turn it up a little bit? No, I mean for the next one, it's fine.
All right. That was.
Send your music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Where?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
That was River City Girls from our buddy Wired. Here comes a song from Autumnal Blake. Welcome home from your trip, Autumnal Blake. I hope this works. Just in case.
Okay, this is a Brain Age?
Uh-huh. The original.
Yeah. Dr. Kawashima. So that's a jam. That's a smart jam. Come on, Brain. We're good. Thank you.
Okay. That was from Autumnal Blake, and it was Brain Age on the DS.
Brain bumping tunes.
Lucario 64 sends us this one. Let me just dig around till I find it. Here we go.
Final Fantasy something.
Yeah, is this like live in concert or something?
It is a Final Fantasy, but
9?
What system?
3DS.
Oh, it's got a beat. It's Theater Rhythm.
Yes.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Curtain Call. That was Lucario 64's jam from Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call on the 3DS. Next up is a song from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
Is this first part?
Sure is.
Okay.
What system?
3DS.
Detective Pikachu?
No.
There's some oboe.
All right, so it's not a Kirby, it's not a Pokemon, it's not a Metroid, it's not an Animal Crossing.
Paper Mario?
Yes.
Sticker Star?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
wow.
didn't even play that.
Well done. It was Paper Mario Sticker Star on the 3DS, and that was from Jet Jaguar, in case you missed it.
Focus all attacks.
How'd you do that? The oboe? Did the oboe get you?
Oboe, mobo?
This
Tuba, mobo?
is from... This is from Blood Ocean 07.
Gross.
Just gotta find it.
Gross.
It's coming. All right, here we go.
It's very familiar.
I'm pretty sure you played it.
What system?
GameCube.
Oh, okay, that narrows it down. It's,
Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Yes.
4? Oh.
0.
No.
It's on GameCube?
Yes.
What the hell else
GameCube?
came out on there? Code Veronica?
No.
I don't know what else came out on Resident Evil and Resident Evil 4 and Resident
Oh,
Evil
was
0.
it the remake of the first game?
I mean, I
Yeah,
have
Resident Evil.
I have Neptune. I mean, I don't know. That could be
That's
wrong.
not a thing.
The Sega
Okay.
Neptune?
Am I allowed to look? It's the remake of Resident Evil.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. Not my
Code
fault.
name.
Blame it on Blood Ocean 07 for
No,
mislabeling.
it's your fault.
I,
Blood
mean,
O-
I could have misinterpreted.
Blood Ocean 07 is a saint.
Okay.
How dare you?
All right. My fault entirely. Here comes one from Glitter Bubble 3.
Water bubble.
Yeah.
Comes.
What system?
Switch.
What just
okay?
happened? Oh, I like it.
Yeah, this beats fire.
It's a real bomb. Ooh, yeah. I don't know.
Really
I
slaps.
I haven't played it, or I haven't
Hold down.
gotten to this part yet.
You give up, guys?
Just Dance. It's Just Dance. We give up.
Yeah.
Ooh, so sorry. It's Super Lucky's Tale.
Well, Super
didn't play
Lucky's
it.
Tale isn't on the Switch. New Super Lucky's Tale is on the Switch. Yeah, I'm playing that, but I haven't gotten there, I guess, yet.
That was from Glitter Bubble 3.
Excuse me.
And it was Super Lucky's Tale. This next song is an offering from our friend Mikey3319.
Super Nintendo?
Let's give it a minute. Yeah, it's Super Nintendo.
Rummy, what company does this sound like?
That one noise makes me think Capcom, but it's not Capcom.
No? Okay.
High action.
Yeah, like UN Squadron?
Nope.
Sonic Blastman?
No.
Oh boy.
What company? Can you give us that?
Bandai?
It's gotta be like-
Power
oh, you
Rangers?
said-
I said it's licensed, yes.
Okay, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, I wish we had asked for the...
We'll take a
I feel like we
half point on
cheated.
that. We'll take
It's
a-
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the other game, the one based on the TV show.
Yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, the game. And that came to us from Mikey3319. Thanks, Mikey. Here comes a song from Naka that I think is going to be real nice.
Oh, it is pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
There's only one thing this
Zenses.
can be. No.
Boney James?
This is Pilot Wings Resort.
It is.
Great soundtrack in that game.
All right, sorry, fellas. We got to move on. Get out Nikki Hill's neck thing while this music's playing.
His neck nuts.
So that was from Naka, and it was
Head on those lumps.
Pilot Wings Resort. Reg Nilla sends this one because Reg Nilla knows that this is Ramit's favorite game.
It's got to be Nekopara.
It sure is. And I'm like grossed out just looking at the picture.
Two cat girls in a box.
In boxes. In case you missed it. I'm done. We're not doing this anymore.
Do me meow, senpai.
Can you leave my table, please?
Go on, please.
Take it back.
What?
Take back what you said.
That's appropriate for the game. I will not take it back.
It's gross.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
This one comes from Steister. And it comes with a little bit of a note. It says, "Hey Mom Brain, another song from me. I've realized that every time I send in a song, I make it too easy, probably because I just like it when Ramit does well."
Oh, thank you.
That being said, Steister does not believe you're going to get this song.
You jerk. I know this. Battalion Wars? On the Wii. Battalion Wars on the GameCube or the Wii? Battalion Wars. I don't know what the subtitle is.
You don't need a subtitle.
Okay, is it Battalion Wars? So I need a subtitle.
No.
Battalion Wars 2.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Great job.
I got it.
All right, so...
I liked Battalion Wars a lot.
I'll just let that play because it sounds triumphant. You did not get...
What are your other weekends? They're all here.
You didn't get Super Lucky's Tale. And
Where are
I
your
think
Wii games?
that's
You only
it.
got like 300 of them.
Yeah, you only got one wrong.
Hey!
Nice.
All right, well, those of you who listen to the audio version or watch the archived YouTube version, I hope you enjoy. Those of you who tried to watch live, I apologize. I don't know what the fart is going on. It makes no sense that YouTube has this version now for people to watch after the live stream's over, so it's doing something.
This is so embarrassing.
I will do some work to figure out what the problem is, and hopefully next week's show will work. I'll try a different browser. I even restarted my computer this week and made sure everything was good to go. I'll try a new browser maybe, and I'll hardwire. I'll hardwire the laptop just to make sure. I mean, I know it's not an internet problem. It's not. We're all fine. But I will hardwire the laptop for next week's show. But I
Also-
felt like this is a good one too. That's a shame. Most
Also-
of the time they're crap, but this was a good one.
Also, I will not be here next week, so that might help. I won't be killing. I might not. I won't be killing the bandwidth.
Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for
for
listening.
listening.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great week. Have a great couple of weeks.